Hello and welcome. It's Jilly Cube. I'm here on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. And I'm going to go back to the very first, I think it was probably one of the very first pours that I actually put up on YouTube. And I hadn't been pouring for very long, less than a year. But it was the style that I put up and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to go back to my roots and do this pour again. So I have professed before how much I dislike greens, but I've been using them quite a bit to try and get a combination that I love. And when I looked back at some of my pours I did earlier on, I did use green quite a lot with other colours in there. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm keeping my white, and this is how I started with my first kind of videos that I did on YouTube, just squiggling the paint on like this. I think I sounded a lot more timid back in those days. There you go, how you get your confidence up as you go along. So that's white, and this is antique gold. And I've already added pouring medium. I just reused the squirty containers to make up more paint. Righty-o. This was the dark green, and it was mixed. This was actually white, and then some of the dark green mixed into it. And it made this beautiful moss green that I really like. I really do like this colour, and this colour is very in lots of things that I've seen in the homeware stores, like lots of bed linen and things. So that's definitely in. And then this is the dark moss green, but I had mixed it with gold, metallic gold, so a bit of metallic gold, so it's given it a lovely shimmer. But I'm hoping I can kind of get the same results as I got back in the day. We will see. We will definitely see. Now I have got the green light, but I don't want to put too much of this in because it can make it look a bit candy-ish. So I'm going to just squiggle it around. Just have fun with it. Don't take it all too seriously. And absolutely don't stress over your paint. Remember, it's just paint. So have fun with it. Rightio. I am going to put some bronze in there. It's metallic bronze. I'm going to pop that in there too. Squiggle it in. Doing a bit of the Jason Pollock squiggles. Rightio, just one little bit more of squiggling the white. That should be enough, I think. Rightio. Now it's really just taking this part really nice and slow and tilting your canvas so all of the paint just rolls over one another and covers all of your canvas. So I'll go up to the top corner, just a very gentle, try not to do it too quickly. You might get your paints muddy up pretty quick if you try rolling too fiercely. So just take it nice and easy. I think now's the time to start getting ready for any Christmas gifts, and what a way to start your Christmas gift stash by doing your own artwork for your friends and family. People really do appreciate that you've gone to the effort to actually make something for them. Most people, I find, do, than giving a gift that was just bought out of the shop. Just keep tilting so it actually covers the whole of canvas. That's why you're sort of putting so much paint down, because you want the whole of your canvas covered and your sides. Trousers. Yeah, I think this style I did as well with lots of bright colours, and it comes out really like a fantasy garden. So, but that's looking pretty nice, pretty nice. So my next thing that I've done, because I haven't used, I've just used in this, it was burnt umber. I know it sounds a yucky colour to be using. Burnt umber and a blob of black, and it makes a really nice dark brown. And I want to actually swipe a very fine line in this dark umber. I have done this before and it turns out different every time. So just a very fine line. If I need more, I can add it. Add it. Oh, now I've got to find my... Just using a soft plastic file divider you can get from any stationery. Now, just got to make sure that that just goes down in that line that I've put there. Ooh. So that was my global paints. I'm not using any Amsterdam paints in this. So you see even the global paints mixed with Australian Floetrol create cells. They're popping up all on their own. No heat or anything. So you don't need to use any silicone. Actually, they are like the old cells that I used to get. Rightio. Let's give it a turn around. Oop. Just make sure you give your soft plastic file divider a wipe off in between each swipe. It just then stops your work from getting muddy. So I'm going to pour again another fine line just in case I need a little bit more on there. Just a very fine line. You don't need much at all, but wow, look at those. They're like the old Jilly clusters. I might even try what I used to use back when I first started, was my butane torch and not a heat gun. I swapped to the heat wand because it does exactly the same thing, and it's far less dangerous for people to use in that, butane torch can cause fires if you're, a bit nervous about using it. I'm going to just go over this little taddy bit here. There you go. Wow. It is very green. Very green. Which, like I said, I'm trying to love green. A lot of people ask, why don't you? You just have some colours that you're not partial to, but I have done a lot of work in the last few weeks that I'm just loving the green in. Rightio, this is really going back to my early days. I'm going to try the butane torch. If you're not very confident, or you're a bit shaky, or you live in anywhere that is a rental, they actually don't allow you. So I'm told to use these kind of tools inside a rental property. That's what somebody told me. I don't know. If not, just use your heat wand, which is electric heat wand. Rightio. Ooh, okay. Let's see if I can get some Jilly clusters going, which I used to just tap the... Maybe because it's no silicone in there, it won't do the same thing as it used to do. But anyway, it is creating some lovely little cluster cells, like champagne cells, which is quite nice. But I have got these big blobby cells, so I don't know where they're coming from. They actually do look like silicone cells, and I'm just trying to think. I didn't even add any silicone, but look at those cells. I'm going to whiz over with the heat wand. Now, you absolutely could leave that exactly how it is, if that's the effect you want. But of course, I want to do some balloon art magic in this. So I like to get rid of that thicker line in there. Some people like it because it looks like, it can look like a reflection swipe. But here we go. I'm gonna roll it. Ooh, 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 look at that. See the feather effect you can get from a balloon? It's pretty special. And I like that a lot of the white is coming through to soften the whole thing. It's pretty nice. See, there's a lot of paint here. So you could either just walk away at this point and leave your canvas to dry for 20 minutes to allow the paint to absorb into the canvas, and you will get better balloon kisses that don't fall in on themselves. But I find if you wipe your balloon and kiss back in where you did, it gets rid of some of the chunkiness in the paint. So, wow. And you can absolutely be using that on your balloon to put onto another canvas. Just press it, kiss it onto another canvas. So yeah, this is very much like quite a few that I did back a couple of years ago when my channel first started. So it's just, and these people really do like these kind of pours. If they're going to buy something, they just like them. So you can kiss it, kiss and roll, do whatever you choose. Just do it nice and slowly so you don't stress yourself out that you feel as though you've done that too quick, it's gone wrong. I think that's probably enough for that one now. Probably all that I'll do on this now is leave it to dry off a bit, and then I'll come back in. This is just the same size balloon with a little bit of water in. It just gives it a little bit of weight, and that you get more detail in the center of your bloom-like or flower. It's probably, like I said, much better if I just leave this alone and come back to it. But that's quite lovely, and I'll bring you down for a close-up and see what you think. It's a nice easy one to start with. So here we go. They are a bit odd shaped cells. There is quite a lot of them, so I'm not sure what has sent these like weird shapes. They are paints that have sat there for about a week, so they've been covered, but they're a little bit odd. So it is still very pleasant and it's still fun to do, and if you were starting out and you wanted to give this one a go, you'll have a lot of fun with it. So thank you so much for joining me. It was good to go back to where I began and do the same technique, although it's definitely a little bit different results. So obviously products I use now are not the same as I did back then. But anyway, all good fun for me. I enjoyed it, and that's what this art experience is all about, is enjoying the process. All right, my lovelies, thanks for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.